Friday, June 28th. We're trying to get everything done, approved prior to July 1st. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. All together, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty for all. Thank you. Tab 2, Tab B. We're going to approve the minutes of the meeting on April 19th, April 4th, April 10th, and April 25th. Motion?
So, I read the minutes. However, I wasn't on the Board of Selectmen at that time, so
Oh,
I don't know if I,
you still can vote. You still make a motion.
all right. I will do that. I move that the Board of Selectmen vote to approve the minutes of April 4th, 2019, April 10th, 2019, and April 25th, 2019.
I will second the motion for discussion. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signal by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Are we going to do opening comments? I had a couple of things I wanted to mention.
Yes, go ahead.
First, about 4th of July fireworks. Jen McCarthy says that we're close to the goal, but we still need a little bit more funding. And so she wanted everyone to know that she'll be at in front of the bank from 4:15 this afternoon till 6 o'clock. She'll be at Dunkin' Donuts from 6 a.m. until noon tomorrow on Saturday, and then again on Sunday she'll be at the bank from 6 to 9 a.m.
Excuse me, there's no audio for the townsfolk. I don't know if your microphone's on.
I think these are working, right?
My microphone works. That's all we need. That's all we need. All right. No, my microphone. That's all. That's good. Don't be interrupting me again.
Oh, I can't promise.
The second comment.
Not me, the distinguished counselor.
Second comment was, I'd like to thank everybody that took the time to write to the state officials to request an environmental impact review at Northeastern. That includes our representative Pete Capano and Brendan Crichton. So thanks to them for supporting that. I would say regardless of whether you're a proponent or opponent of the development at East Point, it's a big project. And I think an environmental impact review is proper in either case. So hopefully that goes through, and I'd like to thank everybody that took the initiative to request that from the state officials. And that's all I had.
Yeah, that was great. There was a lot of correspondence going back and forth, email, and on the review for Northeastern. And I hope it sinks in and they listen. Okay, we got everything going up there? We're working on it.
I was going to post something next week. Last week, the MIPA meeting, our public access equipment, every hour, on the hour, something was breaking on it. I mean, this equipment is literally on its last leg, and I know that's frustrating for people at home to be able to listen in and watch, but we're trying very hard to keep it alive. And we're waiting, next week we should hear from the state budget. The town may potentially secure a $35,000 earmark for new equipment through the state budget. It was not accepted in the House budget, it was accepted in the Senate, and right now it's going through conference committee. So I was holding off to announce that because I want to make sure we actually get it, but hopefully we do. And then as soon as we have that money, we'll be able to invest in some better equipment that'll help the viewership of the meetings when you're not here in the town hall, and be able to hear when you are in the town hall. So apologies, we're working on trying to get the audio right now, and, hopefully we have some new equipment coming to the town soon.
My opinion on that? Go buy it now. Go buy it. We can't wait. This is awful. I mean, I get more phone calls from people, just go buy it. I don't know what the cost is, but if we need more money, we'll have another meeting, but, people think we're having sneaky meetings with these, it's crazy.
Well, fiscal year,
Man,
today's
I'd
the,
have that, I'd go buy it, whatever it costs, and, let's get on the stick, because we can't continue on, because all it is just frustrating so many people. They can't hear, they want to hear that hearing yesterday, and it was on, it was on the computer, on the Snapchat, I guess? But it wasn't on the.
On
TV.
YouTube.
Yes, no, but. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think they did, and I believe it's on, I think we linked to it. I'd have to ask Bobby Joe, but I think I know we asked Northeastern for their recording, and I know we linked to a recording on the website. I don't know if it was ours. I don't know how good the quality was, but we're working on getting theirs. It might already be up. If it's not, we're still working on getting their recording, but I don't know the quality of theirs either. And July 1st starts the next fiscal year. We may be able to go for a reserve fund transfer, but we'll know next week if we're going to get the state money. So if we can use that instead, but I know people are frustrated. We're working on it.
Okay. Since it's Friday afternoon, I was gonna, it's on the agenda for Citizens Forum. I want to keep it very, very brief. So if you have anything to say, you might as well get up and say it now, because that's all you're gonna get, So I really don't want to hear about Northeastern. We know about the clearing. I got 9 phone calls this morning. And, no, actually, and 3 visits from distinguished members of the community. So I know about Northeastern. It's the test borings they're doing. Of course, they're clearing everything out. So, does anyone want to get up and raise your hand?
I can give you I don't know if you have this latest news, but the Concom chairman visited the site, and there was some question about whether they were clearing an amount of land that was in excess of what they can do without a permit. So cease and desist has been issued while they measure the area that they're clearing.
Okay, we did send the cease and desist. Oh, we did. So, all right, good. Good. Well, here's the 4th of July lady, right here. We just made an announcement that, you shot, and you shot about, I'm gonna say 30,000. I know.
That'd be 2 years worth of shows.
No, yeah, well, we need people to step to the plate, buy some shirts, make donations, they don't have to buy the shirt, but make some donations. Maybe some of the people that have all this money they're gonna spend, all right?
Yes, I saw it. I was watching in the car on the way here, so thank you, Josh, for making that announcement. And people have been very generous. We're getting close. We're not quite there yet, so I'm hoping by Sunday we can,
How much more do you need?
5 to 7. I have to tally up.
7,000?
Yeah.
Well, maybe, I hope someone's listening, that write you a check for 7,000.
That'd be nice. I could enjoy the weekend.
I'm sticking, oh, that's big.
Yep.
Everybody wants a lifetime sticker. So if they step up to the plate,
For Rocco.
you know, I'll make a minimum of 3,000. If they give you 3,000, I'll give them a lifetime sticker.
Okay, thank you, Richie.
It's my sticker. I'm gonna give it to my
Your
lifetime
sticker,
sticker.
okay. And then I know Tony will post on Facebook and the town website, but again, just the importance for people. I know it's an inconvenience to have Bailey's Hill closed down, but once the explosive truck does come into town, it's extremely important that people, sort of obey the roped-off areas and stay out of Bailey's Hill.
Well, you got police officers detail sign that, right?
Yes.
Should have one on either end.
It's my understanding, though, sometimes there's a fireman on one end, and people feel that the fireman doesn't have the same authority as the police officer, so I just hope everybody respects everyone and listens, and it's roped off for a reason, so.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Go eat your lunch.
Thank you.
I will be posting on the town Facebook and town website and doing a robocall on the 2nd to let folks know, but we're still finalizing some of those details, so I won't get into it too much, but for roads by Tudor Beach, 7 o'clock, those roads are gonna be shut down. So if you're gonna have guests, make sure they get there before 7 o'clock, because then we shut down the roads and we don't want cars, the roads will be packed with people, so. Again, listen up, on the 2nd, around like 5 o'clock, I'll send a robocall out with all the details, and we'll also post the details on our website and Facebook page.
You also need, in my memory here, quickly, need a robocall for your trash collection. It's gonna be moved to Friday, Saturday. Am I correct?
It'll go,
They missed.
yeah, potentially, yeah, it might get bumped Friday to Saturday, yeah.
I'll check because, people, some of these people, they'll put the trash out on 4th of July,
I'll include that in the message, yeah.
So these are the ones that jump out the window and go up, Okay. Yes.
Hello, Diane Monteith, 20 Seabreeze Lane, and it does have to do with Northeastern. The point is that, is there anything that the town can do to verify the activities? It just seems that it would be most important to have someone representing the town overseeing, and I know it has to do with hiring somebody, and it goes to perhaps a third party can be paying for that hiring, but as a strategy for our town, this is a perfect example of what happened today, that what's happening is there's no oversight, and so they're doing what they think is best for them, but again, it may not be the right thing. They have 26 parking spaces. They park up to 65 cars. It's about enforcement. Our town, they've mistaken our kindness for weakness. And we all know that they are very powerful. But please consider having a strategy, because we're always on the defense. We need more offense. We need to stand firm and stand for this town. And I know you want to do that. But how do we do it? We have to take steps. The time is now. They're here. They're doing it now.
The only thing I can suggest, we gotta, I hate to utilize summer help. Put the summer help truck up with a truck up top.
Give us the okay to hire somebody to go up there and tell Northeastern that the town wants to have a representative, whoever it may be, we can work it out. We want to be on the site with the experts that are going to oversee their experts. Please, because even their maps are being questioned. As we got the MEPA comments, lots and lots of questions, even about their boundaries, and these are experts that...
No, you're asking, I'm not sure, that's like...
it's like a clerk of the works.
If somebody's building a house in an area, well, now we gotta put someone on site to watch,
Yep.
It's like the Little Nahat, when they overbuilt it, they went too high. The problem is just, it's their land.
Right.
And they own it.
Right. But they have to follow the rules, and they're not.
We don't know if they violated any rule yet, but we gave them a cease and desist and making them prove to us that they aren't.
Yep.
I see your point. Well,
No.
let us think about it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to jump to the gun.
Absolutely. It's a recommendation, a
yep,
strong
let's take-
recommendation.
yeah.
You know, to smart people like yourselves, please.
I think at a minimum, what might be a good idea is have Concom and Northeastern agree on what they're gonna do and what the boundaries
There you go.
are that
There
are
you go.
involved, rather than wait until
Analyze,
after the
strategize, and
fact
act.
say, you know, oh, that's too much, or that's not too much.
I believe
Joe Ayers came running through with his little car and said, "We're going forward and you can't stop us." That's Joe Ayers. Joe Ayers, you know Joe Ayers. He said, "You people deal with
we shouldn't
dreams."
be,
Off topic,
let's
but,
not, let's, Diane, I appreciate it. Let's just, there's no need to
It's just about Northeastern.
call out individuals. Let us, I see your point. Let's take a look at it. Maybe
We're gonna talk to them with
volunteers.
cease and desist. They gotta
Maybe
come to us.
perhaps some of the members of the Conservation Commission would volunteer for some of that. But we got to talk with Northeastern. I do know that Kristen and Tim McKay, the project manager, after what happened today, are going to be sitting down, like Josh recommended, to talk about, the boundaries and what they can and can't be doing within, once they meet that permit threshold. So, let's
Makes
start with
sense to
that and.
Plan it in advance rather than after,
Defense.
second guessing
Yeah,
after the
yeah.
fact, when the damage is done and.
Yeah.
Hi, Debbie Vanderslice, 368 Home Road. I have two quick questions. I think probably, Tony, you'd be the one to answer them, but I'm not sure. So the first is, you went into detail about the $6 million offer at the last meeting, and I was just wondering what the next steps are on behalf of you in terms of moving forward relevant to that. And the second question is, you said something, but we didn't get all the details, and I'm kind of interested in it. You mentioned that if there was a lawsuit, the deal was off the table, but I didn't understand if that meant any time over the next 40 years, 40 years, because I'm thinking like that's like holding us hostage. Say all of a sudden they think they need to put 500 cars up there and you double park them, or put those things where you raise the cars up 6 years from now, and the town's like, well, wait a minute, that's not what we agreed upon. And if you sue them and they pull out and they have their facility there, that would be really bad for the town. So I'm just trying to understand what that comment was in terms of the bigger scheme of the lawsuits.
Trying to recall exactly what I said.
I think you basically just said if there's a lawsuit,
It was, what was the question Jeff Musman had asked me, I think was
I don't know.
in exchange for what? Why are they offering us $6 million? And what I was trying to say was that the $6 million is to offset the impacts that we, the town, are claiming that the development is going to have on the town. And
Right.
so they're offering the $6 million to mitigate those impacts. They feel that they have the right to build there. They feel they are within their legal right to build there, but until we have a permit from them, until we know exactly the specific details of what they're building and where, we legally can't comment on which way we would, or which way the building inspector would review that. So,
I don't think I asked that. I just asked what is the next step on your part. They put an offer there. I don't know. You may not know if it's a final offer. It's kind of irrelevant to what I'm asking. I'm just trying to understand, how do you proceed now that they put an offer out? I'm not trying to learn the secret.
I guess our next step is, what we're focused on right now is filing comments through the MEPA process that identify the concerns of the town. And that ranges from impacts on our infrastructure, impacts on the culture of the community, things that we believe the project includes that would trigger an environmental impact report. And so through that process, we're making claims that, this type of project is going to negatively affect the town in a certain way and try and put a value to that. So there's no process or next step, I guess, for us to respond really to Northeastern on what they've put on the table. Right now, we're still making it as clear as possible, the concerns that we have that this type of a development's gonna have on the town. So there isn't really a next step for us. We don't have to respond in any way at this moment.
And there's no meeting set up with them. They gave, on the last meeting, they gave us all these proposals. And we have not met, now the meeting is between myself and Tony. We're the negotiation team for the Board of Selectmen.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Okay, and then we come back and talk, explain it to the other two selectmen exactly what transpired, and then to the public. That's how it works. So we have no meeting set, there's no date, we've just, those are only proposals, you know, the 29 years, the 39 years, again, proposal. I
Okay.
mean, we're probably not gonna go for that at all, we want 2 years, maybe, you know, if this ever thing comes, you know, through, but, I mean, it's nothing, you know, it's like, you know, we've got people, the town, that are against this project. And the Board of Selectmen represents those people. So that's where it's staying. I mean, you know, there's no question. People said that I voted for, I forget what I voted for, but it was, this is, you know, the whole deal is, we're gonna listen to them. And the only reason I'm listening to them, because I'm the chairman, I happen to be the chairman. But, we'll see what happens, you know. This is, we've got some legal opinions that are extremely difficult. So we've already gone through the legal part of this. And so we're waiting and see. This thing started this morning, I mean, yeah, I guess, you know, I'm glad we got the cease and desist because, you know, it was like unbelievable. Now they have to sit down with us and say, listen, this is what we're gonna do, and we, you know.
Right. And you, Tony, you had said that we're focused on the ENF, obviously. I'm just wondering, obviously, citizens are sending in letters, and Josh, I think you didn't mention, but we probably should mention if this is being recorded, that the deadline was extended to July 23rd. But I'm wondering, actually, if the BOS is sending in a letter as well to the state.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Actually, I should have I'm sorry, you're right, I should have mentioned it. Really following their meeting the other night, I got on the phone with Northeastern per direction of the Board of Selectmen, and pushed them extremely hard on extending the comment period, because there was a lot of very well articulated questions that came up in that meeting that weren't answered. And so we pushed really hard. They extended the deadline, thankfully. And we were intending to, we had comments prepared to submit today if the deadline did not get extended. And now with that extension, we're able to refine them even more and add a little bit more to them.
That's great.
Again, I encourage, you know, and some folks already have dropped off to the town the comments that they submitted to the state.
Yep.
So that we can review those, and in case we miss anything, we can incorporate them into ours.
Okay, I'll get you a copy of the 5 letters that came from my house.
Yeah.
But the last point was the legal one that you had mentioned, and I just wanted to know if you know, is it a lawsuit up front, or is it at any point? Because honestly, if they try to hold us hostage, the town hostage, by saying, oh, anything you do to try and impede anything we're doing up here over the 39 years or whatever, I mean, that would just be, seems to me, a bad deal to enter into.
Again, that
I don't
39
think-
years is a proposal. And believe me, I'm this selectman, we're not gonna 39 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I mean, we-
apologize.
No way in America, you know, we're gonna wait, you know, we're just not gonna have it for 39 years.
I
guarantee.
apologize if, I don't remember exactly what you said. I apologize if I misspoke. It's not that specific. I don't have like a defined answer to you. I don't think
Yeah.
that would be something that the town would agree to
Yeah, I would hope.
to
I would
handcuff
hope
our
not.
own hands like that.
Yeah, because really, the town
Yeah.
owns the town. Okay, they have that spot up there, but the town owns the town, and I really think it's important that the town decides their future. And I'm not going to take up any more of your time, and I thank you very much.
One response that the town has taken internally, if I understand it correctly, is that FinCom has voted to perform an assessment on what the financial impact of Northeastern would be on the town. So I hope they get a good assessment there, because that's an important consideration, you know, looking out, accumulating those costs over 40 years or whatever the number is. So that is an action that the town's undertaken.
Marilyn Mahoney, 179 Willow Road. Thank you very much for supporting us in asking for an extension that ENF was 448 pages, a lot for especially people like me that don't understand all these technical things that were in it. So I'm very appreciative that you worked with us to get that extension so we can really try to understand it. The other night, I really felt very blessed as a citizen of this community for a few reasons. I was so impressed with the intelligence of many of our citizens and the depth of their questions that actually had Northeastern back on their heels. They weren't able to give intelligent answers back to some of our very own citizens. And I know from living with Bill Mahoney that research is very consuming. And so I just wanted to publicly thank all the people that go above and beyond and spend hours upon hours researching. This has been a daunting task for all of us. I also would like to thank the people that financially, without a word, nobody knows who they are trying to give us the support we need with legal advice or engineers or scientists, because we are not that well versed in all of that. So I appreciate all of their efforts as well. From my perspective, I feel I married a man that is a third generation, my children a fourth generation Nahanters. I married into it. And I felt when I came to Nahant that I was so blessed to be here, that it was a piece of heaven on earth. Unfortunately, this whole project is tearing at the hearts of all of us, and it's, getting a lot of us very angry. Myself, I can attest some of what Marilyn Mahoney is doing is not a typical Marilyn Mahoney, but I'm so angered by what is transpiring that it kicks me into gear. And I just want to point out that the Northeastern people, basically, the majority of them, are employees that commute into our community and leave. Employees are students, or researchers. We are the people, all of us Nahanters, that paid the extra bucks to live here, that paid the taxes to support the town, that love this place with every inch of our being, and we're trying to hold on to our homes. So I just wish that Northeastern University had some understanding of the passion that we all have and share. And so I want us all to work together, our elected officials and the citizens, to preserve and protect our community. So I just wanted to thank you and the funders and the researchers, because it's tough. And thank you.
Thanks, Marilyn, and thanks, Tony, also for making this space available for the follow-up meeting. I think that worked out really well, a lot better than it would have worked out trying to do it up there, and it gave citizens a chance to ask questions of Northeastern, but also of MIPA and so on. So I would call that a very successful meeting, and I know you and Bobby Joe and others probably helped set up this space. So, yeah, nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I actually appreciate Tommy Bass setting the hall up for it.
Yeah, Tommy Mass, sorry.
I was over the above. Okay, anyone else? Okay, that's it. Citizens Forum is gone. Thanks very much for coming on a Friday afternoon, 90-degree heat. Okay, new business. Approval of the Grand Pram race. Go ahead, Josh.
I move that the Board of Selectmen vote to approve the event request for a grand pram and cookout hosted by 01908 on July 13th, 2019, starting at 4 PM at the Wharf.
Second the motion, discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, we are still waiting on a liquor license insurance liability on this one.
Okay.
Fully expected to come in time,
Okay,
but we are still waiting on that one last piece.
So when we,
we approve this.
will we have to reconvene when that insurance comes in?
No,
No, we approve this, proof of the liquor license too.
We don't have that insurance yet, that's what Tony was
it's
saying.
just the,
But we approved the event, so,
yeah, you're approving the one-day liquor license, which essentially by default is conditional upon them submitting their insurance liability.
Okay.
So I don't think we need to reconvene.
well, you want us to vote, a special vote just for the liquor license?
Sure.
Why don't we do that, Josh? So we don't have to come back and meet. Okay, just say, motion.
Yeah, I move that the Board of Selectmen vote to approve the liquor license associated with the Grand Pram upon receipt of the insurance policy.
I will second the motion. No discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. All right?
Beautiful, thank
So
you.
you're covered. Next is the approval of this Mark Hawley as the provisional police officer for 1 year. This is we had one police officer get injured, and he's gonna be out, so. Go ahead, Josh.
I move that the Board of Selectmen vote to approve the appointment of Officer Mark C. Hawley as provisional police officer for 1 year.
I will second the motion. Discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry, I just want to thank publicly Officer Matthew Morneau, who was with the department for some time and has accepted a job at a local police station closer to his home in Topsfield, I believe. So I just want to thank him publicly for his service as a Nahan officer.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he did a good job. Nice, as a police officer. We'll send him a thank you note. Okay, next, the appointment of the new police clerk, since Ross is retiring. Go ahead.
I move that the Board of Selectmen vote to approve the appointment of Mariana L. McCarthy as Nahat Police Station dispatcher, clerk, bookkeeper, chief secretary, keeper of the records.
I will second the motion for discussion.
I can let you know that we had a number of applications for this position. Mariana has actually worked part-time in the emergency management office for the town. From Nahat, will be an excellent addition to the department. Roz will still be on, still with us for a little bit more, but obviously, huge thank you to Roz for all of her time with the town.
Yeah, we need to give her something. She's been, not only the police clerk, but she's been the head of the fundraiser for the Christmas parade, and there's so many other things that she's participated in. I'd like to have it brought up in front of the board when, I would say in September, and give her a nice, have Bobby Joe do one of her special plaques. Yeah,
I'll work with the chief too,
yeah,
yeah.
and tell him to have a speech ready,
I will.
and you too.
Definitely.
And you too.
I've already started.
All right, write it up, you can, after we get all the information. I think it's quite a few years, I'm not sure exactly, but it's, she served the time, she's 15 years, 18 years, I think, so it's quite the, and then, okay. Any other questions, discussion? All those in favor, say by saying aye.
Aye. I think we already voted, didn't we? But,
Or did we?
that's, all right, anyway,
We had this, we voted already?
double voted.
I thought we voted, okay, next, okay. Town administrator's report.
So with the expiring of the fiscal year, many of our contracts, union contracts, department head contracts are coming to an end. And we have some of these prepared to be renewed, some of them are still in negotiation. The first one up for renewal is Chief Dwyer's, the Chief of Police. This represents a 2% pay increase, and it's a 3-year term with a 2-year renewal option at the end of which, so it could last for up to 5. Other than that, it's the same exact contract that he had previously. After that, we have, I'm asking the board to approve an extension to the police union, fire union, and DPW union contracts, conditional upon their acceptance as well. We're still in the process of negotiating some different factors within their contract. However, I'd like to be able to provide them the 2% increase that is authorized at town meeting, and contingent upon the override passing. So I'd like to be able to have that in their paycheck starting in July. So it's conditional, they've received it, I've given that to them. It's a 6-month extension with a 2% pay increase while we still continue to negotiate the ultimate 3-year new contract. And if we do negotiate and come to an agreement on a new 3-year contract prior to December, it'll go into place, and this extension will go away. So I'm asking the board to approve that as well, conditional upon the union acceptance.
Yeah, so we'll have 2 motions, one for Chief Dwyer's contract and a separate one for the 2% conditional upon acceptance.
Please, yes.
All right.
You ready?
I move that the Board of Selectmen vote to approve the contract for the Chief of Police. That's it.
What?
You gotta second it?
No, yeah, you got the chief of police.
Well,
police,
I changed the
The,
writing of it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so the first motion is
Oh,
just
for
to
the police,
approve
okay,
the
just chief?
police chief.
Okay, I'll second the motion. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So the second motion, the clerical union and the town accountant are not included right now because those, as Tony just mentioned, are still negotiating. So the second motion is for the union. So the motion is, I move that the Board of Selectmen approve the 6-month, 2% extension for the Department of Public Works, Police, and Fire unions, conditional upon their acceptance.
I'll second the motion. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, Tony?
Okay.
Okay, ongoing business. This is 34 Bayview Avenue. Josh?
I move that the Board of Selectmen accept the appraisal completed by the Assistant Assessor for the 235-square-foot parcel.
Whoa, hold on, Josh. We gotta rescind the vote. Am I correct here, Tony? On Bayview Avenue?
No, I don't believe you have to
There's a
rescind.
motion here to rescind the motion the board passed at our meeting on May 9th, which was to abandon the approximately 203, okay? Is that,
Oh, that, you must have an old. We had done that
Yeah.
a few meetings ago and then
Okay.
re-voted it in, so
all right.
I don't think that's
I think this
necessary.
is an old piece of paper.
Is it, okay, well, let's just approve what we just approved. I guess, we're just gonna approve the survey, right?
Right, the assessor's office, the assistant assessor, was able to get an updated appraisal now factoring in the covenants that the Board of Selectmen, approved, and it's 235 square feet. She looked at similar sales of property, of small property like this with covenants on them, and she also looked at the current values of square footage, dollar per square foot of the 34 Bayview Ave.
So the range is 5,000 to 7,200.
Yes,
The average is 6,400.
yes. Total for the entire parcel, yep.
Okay.
The range is 5,000 to 7,200 for 235. It's a range, so the board approves the range, and then you can make an offer. You can submit that to me after the meeting, yeah.
Okay, Josh.
So I move that the Board of Selectmen accept the appraisal completed by the Assistant Assessor for the 235 square foot parcel in front of 34 Bayview Ave with the restrictions voted on at the May 23rd, 2019 Board of Selectmen's meeting.
I'll second the motion for discussion. Hearing no discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. That's it? Tony?
That's it. Town Hall is going to be closed on Thursday and Friday of next week for the 4th of July holiday.
Okay, I guess I was supposed to say that. All right. Thank you.
We close the meeting, or?
Hold on now. Wait, anything else? Move for adjournment?
I move that we adjourn.
Motion's been seconded. Discussion and adjournment. All those in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Selectmen meeting is over. That's it.